hearings to order. There are 3 hearings at 9:39 a.m. Let the record reflect that we do have a quorum present, all 5 members of the hearing board. Mr. Clerk, are there any individuals on the line desirous of providing any evidentiary or non-evidentiary public testimony?
No.
Or general public comment? Let the record reflect that no individuals online or sought recognition. Also, no individuals are in person or before the authority seeking public comment or evidentiary testimony. At this time, we move very quickly to the first case, which is Los Angeles Regional Interoperable Communication System Joint Power Authority, case number 6234-6. The matter is being heard today on consent. There are a host of exhibits, and so we'll mark them accordingly. The joint stipulation to place the petition for interim variance and waiver of fees on consent calendar. That's Exhibit 1. Exhibit 2, declaration of Nancy Yang in support of Los Angeles Regional Interoperable Communication Systems Authority application for the interim variance and waiver of fees. Exhibit number 3 is the proposed findings and decision order granting an interim variance and waiver of fees. And then the final exhibit is HB1, which is communication between Board Member Balaka Palan and the clerk of the board, dated Thursday, March 22nd, 2025. All right, open up the floor for discussion / deliberation.
I think we can find the 6 findings, including referencing the stipulated conditions. It appears, if I'm correct, that the comments of Board Member Balakapan are reflected in Exhibit 3. So then we can accept that as is.
Mr. Freeman, because this is an interim variance, it's bifurcated, we should go through the motion of doing the good cause first. And I can go through that.
Yeah, no, right.
I do believe we can find good cause to make the 4 findings, and then we can take a vote on that, and then we can move to the, as you indicated.
Right.
So they 6234-6, they are in violation because they've exceeded the 200 hours. They're currently over 255.4 hours, excluding the runtime and the PSPS and the fire. So which is a total of 544.6. So they're way over the 200 hours. So they do need the variance to continue to operate. So they're in violation of the rule. The circumstances leading the violation could not have been avoided due to the fire, as we all know. And they exercise diligence petitioning. I think they in fact overabundance caution applied when they were not even in violation for the ex parte. But now they are, so they were diligent in filing for ex parte and for the interim and we have a notice for the regular variance, and the denial of the variance will result in unreasonable unavoidable adverse impact to the petitioner because it's an essential service for someone. For all those reasons, I do believe we can find good cause to move forward to the interim variance.
All right, the motion before the board is in the matter of facility ID number 195568, case number 6234-6. I move that we find good cause to proceed to a hearing for an interim in absence of notice to the public based on the discussion and ability to make the findings for good cause.
Second.
It's been properly moved by Ali and second by Dr. Abraham. Any further question or discussion on the motion? Hearing none. Dr. Abraham?
Aye.
Ms. Verdugo-Peralta?
Aye.
Mr. Balakapalan?
Aye.
Mr. Perriman?
Aye.
Ali votes in the affirmative. We move down to granting of the interim. The motion that is before the board and the matter of facility ID number 195568, case number 6234-6. I move that we grant an interim variance. That variance will commence. Wait a minute, sorry.
May 27th.
Yeah, May 27th. I had it right here, and it will conclude
July 30th.
July 30th. Hold on one second. Let me just go get my. Yes, May 22nd, concluding July 30th, May 27th, 2025, concluding and ending in 90 days or until notice of hearing for a regular variance currently scheduled for July 30th, 2025. The following rules and subsections are encased, as well as the provisions, operating numbers, et cetera, location of address. All are set forth in exhibit number 3, in addition to the applicable fees being waived, and of course, notifying the clerk in writing predicated upon any further discussion or achievement of successful completion therein. All right, is there a second?
Second?
Second by Mr. Dr. Abraham. Any further question or discussion? Hearing none. Dr. Abraham, your vote?
Aye.
Ms. Verdugo Peralta?
Aye.
Mr. Pearman?
Aye.
Ali votes in the affirmative.
I would, I too.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Pollock. All right, sorry. All right, drop down to case number Los Angeles Regional Interoperable Communication Systems Joint Powers Authority, LA RICS Authority 6234-7. Same as above. Exhibits stipulation to place variance for interim, stipulation to place petition for interim variance and waiver of fees. Exhibit 1. Declaration of Nancy Yang in support of LA RICS. Exhibit 2. Exhibit 3 is a proposed findings and decision. Then HB1 is communication between Mr. Balakaplan and the clerk's office dated Thursday, March 22nd, 2025. There's a host of communications encased therein. All right, with any discussion, and if not, I'll just place a motion on the table and we can discuss it based upon the motion. In the matter of facility ID number 195322, case number 6234-1, I move that we find good cause to proceed to a hearing for an interim in absence of notice to the public and ability to make the findings of good cause. Is there a second?
I was just going to add, they met the 4 conditions for good cause. Again, just to reiterate, even though it's in the document, they actually not in violation in this particular case. They're 171 hours. Normally, we require, not a hard fast rule, but about 175 hours and more than we say, come for a variance. But they're very close, 171.1. So, and we don't have a hard and fast rule saying less than 175, we're not going to grant a variance. But so they're close to the 200 hours, excluding the PSPS and the during the emergency, because they have a total of 573.9 hours. So the circumstances again could not have been avoided. They again exercised diligent petitioning. They filed for the ex parte and then for this interim very quickly when they knew they will have an issue. And the denial of the variance will have an avoidable adverse impact to the petitioner. So for those reasons, I do believe the good cause finding can be made as proposed by Mr. Ali.
Okay, there's a motion, a second on the floor. Any further question or discussion? Hearing none, Dr. Abraham.
Aye.
Ms. Verdugo Peralta.
Aye.
Mr. Balakapalan.
Aye.
Mr. Pearman.
Aye.
All the votes in the affirmative. The motion before the board at this moment in time is laid upon the table in the matter of facility ID number 195322, case number 6234-7. I move that we grant an interim variance commencing May 27, 2025 and ending in 90 days or until a noticed hearing for a regular variance currently scheduled for July 30, 2025, whichever occurs first, and the conditions that are set forth in Exhibit 3. There's a tremendous amount of operating numbers as well as rules, in addition to verbiage associated with the waiver of fees, all of which are encased in Exhibit number 3. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Abraham. Any further question or discussion? Hearing none. Dr. Abraham, your vote.
Aye.
Ms. Paducah Peralta.
Aye.
Mr. Bala Kapalan.
Aye.
Mr. Pearman.
Aye.
Ali votes in the affirmative. The matter is hereby approved unanimously. Moving down to the last case before the body is South Coast AQMD versus Southern California Edison Pueblo Beach Generating Station, case number 1262-115, status report modification order for abatement. The exhibits that are before the authority consist of stipulation to place status, update, and order for abatement modification on consent calendar, which is exhibit number 12. Declaration of Crystal Stangeland, Stangeland, in support of the status update and modification of order for abatement is exhibit number 13. Findings and decisions of the hearing board, exhibit number 14. And then, of course, communication traffic between Mr. Bala Kapalan, clerk of the board, dated March 22nd, 2025, is exhibit HB3. And so at this time, I'd like to lay a motion upon the table, and then, of course, that we can discuss and debate during the appropriate time. In the matter of,
Can I say a few things before you make the
you
motion?
want to talk underneath the discussion of motion, or you want to talk before?
I want to talk before,
Right, no
before you
problem.
make the motion. So I'm just going to give the back, this is again a status update modification for an order abatement that was issued. It appeared they were on track to replace the Tier 4 engine. There's a large engine over 3,500 horsepower. So, but unfortunately they found, and they also got the rules amended by the governing boards, which allow them to replace the engines. And so they appeared they were on track. Everything was, aligned for them to come into compliance. But then they found out that the manufacturer of the engine, Cummins, no longer manufacture that size engine. So they've run into a problem. Also now we don't know how they're going to resolve it. There are certain conditions on certain things they have to do. But so until that is resolved, we don't know how long, this may occur, or whether they have to get a rule change or something. But it's unfortunate they're back again, to the drawing board now. So this modification will allow them time to find alternatives and so forth.
Any further question on the matter?
I just want to make a statement.
Go right ahead.
They've been working on this to get a permit to construct, which they were able to get for the other units, but it's number 15 that they've been having problems with. So as Mr. Balagopalan said, they have been working with Cummins to find a way that they can either develop one for specifically Unit 15, and it's going to be interesting to see if they really can, or if they're going to have to go to another vendor. That's all I wanted to say.
In the matter of facility, Southern California Edison Pueblo Beach Generating Station, facility ID number 4477, case number 1262-115, I move that we find good cause to grant an order of abatement as set forth in the proposed findings and decisions, exhibit 14. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Moved by Ali, second by Dr. Abraham. Any further question or discussion on the motion? Hearing none. Dr. Abraham?
Aye.
Ms. Verdugo Peralta?
Aye.
Mr. Balakapalan?
Aye.
Mr. Pearman?
Aye.
Thank you very kindly. We do have a hearing. I want to place this on the record, Mr. Chavez. We have a hearing on the agenda tomorrow. We're going to streamline tomorrow's hearing. And so if they're witnesses, of course, they can be sworn in and heard, but the objective is to streamline tomorrow because the matter was supposed to be on consent. So you can notify the parties accordingly. All right, at this moment in time, we're going to adjourn this hearing at 9. These hearings at 9:54 a.m. We're off the record.
Good job, everybody. Good job.